We played Stanford and beat them in the Rose Bowl. Burton, defensive line coach, Michigan State University. Where my first thought when I saw it was, wow, why did I not come up with that? The advantages of the coat is the fact that it's very, adjustable. You can move it around on a person.
You are never on the field standing still. Never.
No.
Nor is your opponent. And there's so much of that. It drives me crazy.
Inside players, we don't mind them being inside the frame, like D tackles. And we do want them to work to a half a man, but a lot of times they end up zeroed out and they got to work their way. In defensive ends, they're a little wider, they're outside of it. They're in a position where they can strike and work a half a man. So it may start that way, but they may get overset and be able to counter back. So we really utilize both positions, heavy and in a half a man situation, because you're going to end up sometimes down the middle of it.
Do you like that the arms spring back?
Yes, because that's what the offensive man is going to do. As he knock his hand down, he's going to reset that hand or arm back at you. And this automatically does that, so that gives you a repetitiveness and a quicker reaction than even the offensive man can, because it recoils back. It's great for repetitive drills, whether you be chopping down or chopping up or at a level rush, from high to low, low to high, club rip. And it gives you instant feedback as far as pad level is concerned. The other drill we utilize it in is called violent hands. And that's a big drill for us. So we want to show physicalness and mentality, and taking it out on the coat has been very good for us. I mean, when I first saw it and saw it up close, that's the first thing I thought, well, how long will these arms last on this shield? And after utilizing it for the last few months, I can tell that it's still just as durable as the first day that we received it and used it. So therefore, you're still getting all the movements you want out of it, because it's you can move yourself around and move the person around who's holding the shield. So it's constantly in motion. It's constantly in a position where the guy can redirect. He can flip around and still be in a firm position up against his chest, and be able to utilize high and low, leverage-wise, and left to right. And that's what we like about it. So it's still very mobile for us. It's great for when you have no pads on, you can continue to get the aggressiveness out of your kids. Our guys now don't feel like they need to hesitate. They can be super aggressive on it.
Now, are you using it with your defensive ends and your defensive tackles?
In the beginning, specifically when non-padded days, that's when we want to be able to utilize it, and that's when we have utilized it. It creates repetitiveness. It creates ability to have three guys, and you can work down the line, in and out, and still have something reacting for the kids where they're not damaging themselves, but they're also being able to attack with that shield. And you know exactly based on their arm placements and their body placements, are they too high or they're too low? And you just get instant feedback from it. So we utilize it with the defensive tackles and the defensive ends, specifically starting with our hand progression and our hand placement. That's where we start to use it early. And then later we work in our down the line drills, where we're in and out with our club and rips, what we call our figure eights, which allows us to flip around and get multiple reps out of it as they work back and forth. From O-line to wide receiver, coach, and linebackers, everyone should have a chance to add this. I think everybody wants one, so let's continue to use it.